We're playing a Texas poker tournament, and I look down at Jack-9 offsuit from the cutoff. This hand is pretty close to whether or not it's a raise first in. According to the charts I use at Preflop Academy, it says Jack-9 offsuit from the cutoff is a raise, so that's what we do. The blinds are 500, 1,000, 1,000. I make it 2,000 to go, and the big blind calls. Heads up to a flop, which comes King, Queen, 7 with 2 clubs. A swing and a miss for us, but we're going to have a lot more strong hands on this board, so when the big blind checks to us, we're going to fire out a small bet of 1,500, representing all those strong hands. The big blind pretty quickly puts in the call, so we are off to a turn, hoping to see a 10, but that's not what we see. It's the 3 of spades. When the big blind checks to us again, the question now is, do we check and see a free river card, or do we try and bluff and win the pot right now? We have a massive range advantage over the big blind on this board, and if we fire out a second barrel here, there's a lot of hands that he just has to fold, like any queen, any 7, any gut shot, a lot of low flush draws, so I fire out a 2/3 pot size bet for 5,000. The big blind grabs a pink chip and snap calls me. Very interesting here, but to the river we go, hoping for a 10 one time, but it's the ace of diamonds. Not a great card for our hand, but it's definitely a scare card if the big blind had a king or a queen. When he checks it over to me, I am not giving up on this pot. I think firing out a big bet here is going to get the big blind to fold a lot. We can represent so many strong hands. Ace, king, king, queen, aces, kings, queens. The list just goes on and on, so I fire out for 12,000. Something about bluffing in tournaments just hits different. My heart's beating, but the big blind eventually lays his cards down, and we get this one through. Let's go!